Hello everyone and welcome back to Learn with Sam and Ash. In this video, I have brought something really interesting to enhance your vocabulary. Now this video is for those students who always think they don't get the right set of words when they try to express themselves. Now, if you have that problem, make sure that you watch this video till the end. But before we jump to the technique itself, I have something important to tell here, and that is, there is this myth that all of us carry all the time with us. We think when we try to express ourselves and we forget the right words, it's always a problem of our vocabulary. But that's not true. Vocabulary can be an issue to a certain extent that you don't get the right words or you are repeating the words every time. You don't have different set of words. That is a problem that we can match to the vocabulary part. But what about the problem when you speak more than your comfort zone? For example, you don't practice enough English. You don't talk in English much. And when you are put in pressure of speaking more than 1 minute, you are out of your comfort zone. And the moment you are out of your comfort zone, it is inevitable that you will fumble. I mean, you cannot stop it because your mind always tells you to be in a very comfortable position. Now, taking an example of our native language, in my case it is Hindi. When I speak in Hindi, I don't think about words. I don't think about am I using the right set of Hindi words. My focus is entirely on my idea and then I think of the words. In the similar manner, you have to think in English language. So it's not the vocabulary that is creating a struggle for you. It's the idea generation part that is a problem. Getting used to of English language will definitely help you to not fumble every time you speak for more than 1 minute. Please try this at home and see how long can you speak in English language without making a single error, without creating a fumble in between. And let's count on that. How many times did you stop because you didn't get the right set of words? So this is something I'm leaving up to you. Please ensure that you try it. Now let's come to the second part of the video. I have another important news to share. The English Speaking Club is starting on 4th of June, which is in couple of days from now. So if you have not enrolled yourself for that, please make sure you visit the website here. Go register yourself. The fees is very minimal. We don't charge much, as you already know that. All the information that you need about this course goes right in the description. So please make sure you go enroll yourself because we have been getting a lot of success in it and we want you to use it as well. Now let's talk about the real stuff. Let's talk about the technique. This technique is named as theme-based method. I have made many videos on theme-based method in the past and people have used it. They really got benefit out of it. Now I want to show you a real-time example of theme-based method. Theme-based method is actually divided into two segments. The first is getting to know the theme. The second is story creation. So we understand a theme and then we create a story on that. That's how we work on our vocabulary. Now let's understand 4 steps that are involved in this theme-based method. First of all, you need to understand what is your area of speech every time. If you're a student, you will always talk with your trainers. You will always talk with your friends. You will talk with your parents. So there are themes that you always talk about. You can talk about holidays. You can talk about traveling. You can talk about food, books, studies, future, career. These are the themes that you always talk about. But if you're somebody who is working and is a professional, you have a different set of theme. You talk about things like about weekend plans, about the trip that we took to a different country. You talk about your, you talk about other gossips that happens in the office. So every person, no matter which segment of life you are, you have a theme that you are mostly surrounded by. I'm a trainer. I have themes like education, how to teach. So teaching is another theme. Of course, I have a personal life. So food, books, movies, these are the themes that I always talk about. So knowing the theme that you use most often and working on that should be your step 1. Now coming to step 2, once I know the theme, I have to collect 4 words from internet. Now these 4 words need not to be something that you have never heard it before. These 4 words are supposed to be the one that you have heard somewhere, you have read somewhere, but you don't use them. These are not heavy words. These are intermediate level of words. The words which are easy to remember. The words whose spelling is not very hard. And as I told you, they're already there in your brain, but they don't come out when you need them because they are not rehearsed properly. Have you ever imagined that you never forget the words like happy, sad, beautiful, long, journey? These words are simple and you have spoken these words so many times in your life that you never forget these words. Similarly, you have to get used to of the theme. You have to get used to of those 4 words from that theme. So today in this video, we're going to take an example of the theme traveling. And the 4 words that I was talking about is right on your screen. The 4 words are journey, vacation, route, and destination. Now take a minute and understand, are these words really hard? Have you never heard about these words in the past? But the question is, or the real question is, how often do we use these words? I can assume that you might be using a word journey quite often. You might have used the word route quite often, but have you used the other words? Now please understand, I'm taking a simple example. You can change the limit of the words. You can make them a little harder. It's completely your choice. But don't make them too hard that you cannot use them. The concept is choose the words that you think you can use next time you have to talk about traveling. Now let's talk about the next part of this method, and that is creating a story out of it. How to create a story. Now this story is very important. You have to create a story which is 3 to 4 lines and it has to be a personal instance in your life. The point is you have to associate these 4 words with an instance in your life that every time you think about these words, you think about that story, or vice versa. Every time you think about that incident, you think about these words. It's very simple. You may take some time to get used to of the technique, but every time I think about love, happiness, I have a set of words that always there in my mind. And how did I do it? I used this method. I associated those words with this story. Now, as you have already seen the story that I have created, now it's very easy for me to remember that story every time I think of traveling. Now I can use these 4 to 5 words every time I have to talk about traveling. Alright guys, so I hope this technique will help you to understand a different look out into vocabulary. And please understand one more thing, if you fumble in between of generating an idea, it is nothing to do with vocabulary. Vocabulary is completely different concept. You have to understand that you are not comfortable with the language, you don't speak enough English. And that's why you fumble. So please ensure that we have to deal with the idea generation problem separately and we have to deal with the vocabulary part separately. Also, please don't forget to enroll yourself for the English speaking club starting right in a couple of days, and I'll see you with more energy in the upcoming videos. So make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button and make sure you share this video with one of your friends who might need it.